Dynasty Bro Avo. And I'm here with Dynasty Bro Dot and Dynasty Bro Fit. We the bros. Dynasty Bros.
Yeah, who he is, we the bros, #1 fantasy show. We don't talk too fast, we just finding out that y'all listen slow. Green light, we on go. Winning shit is all we know. If you ain't trying to be a champion, then what you playing for? Who he is, we the bros, #1 fantasy show. We don't talk too fast, we just finding out that y'all listen slow. Green light, we on go. Winning shit is all we know. If you ain't trying to be a champion, then what you playing for?
Let them see my whole beard, bro. Damn, man.
It's cool. You got it, man. I was about to say spaghetti. All the shit was going on.
You be making faces. I can tell when Vic want to do or say something because he get like real fidgety. Like he can't like help it. He just be like, I'll be like, all right, bro, what you want to say? But yeah,
What's good? It's your boy DJ Avo. This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 140. Let's go.
My bad. I could have waited for that, but
Bro.
just had to happen.
It's cool, man. It's cool. I appreciate it.
What's good, brodies and babes? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 130, or should I just say 130? Do people put the 100 in there?
Not really, but not in our culture.
Okay, do the roll for me. What's good, brodies and babes? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 130. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and chop it up about the latest NFL news. I'm Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Dynasty Bro Vic. I would have said 130. Here with our DJ.
Avo.
DJ Avo. I definitely would have said 130.
Avo, start it over. What's good, brodies and babes? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 130. This what you
It sound like a cheer.
Hey, man, I'm Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Dynasty Bro Vic, man. Here with our DJ.
I'm DJ Avo for the third time.
It's so hard we got a DJ that we can do that live. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. All right. Yeah, man. Look, this episode right here is important because we get to talk about a year-to-year thing, and I feel like I'm happy that we get to start doing this. We have to do rookies versus sophomores, man. I'm very excited about that. And I think on the humbug, me and Vic was just randomly talking. We talk so much fantasy daily. I was just like, bro, if you would have drafted all rookies and sophomore receivers this year in redraft, you would be killing it right now. But yeah, man. So I'm excited to talk about that. Just to lay it on land, see what everybody's doing, see what we believe, see who we would trade for, or buy into, all of that good stuff, man. Hope everybody is doing good after week 3. Did you think week 3 looked fluky as you went through your leagues? It was like just weird, man. Like the top players were all just sucking, and I don't know, it was awkward, man. What'd you think about this week?
Yeah, it was definitely up and down, man. And yeah, I think we're coming up on some buy lows. I'm just gonna put it at that.
Yeah, bro. I think when we get to talk about the top performers, bro, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of the top guys there, man. And maybe while you're talking about the top guys, I'll go look all the guys that busted this week because it's all going to be top names. So we'll do that later. We'll get into that. You know, we got B team players of the week, and we'll talk some injuries. We got the what's the word, the Hood TMZ with Dynasty Bro Vic, all of that good stuff, man. So I'm excited to get into it, man. So I want to do this because last week we waited so long to get to this. So I know we kind of just introduced ourselves, but let's introduce where we be at. So look, follow me at Instagram and Twitter at Dynasty Bro Dot. Follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. Where can we follow you at, Vic?
Follow me at Chief Self FF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening, Dynasty Bros FF. Yeah, DJ Avo, where can we follow you at?
Dang, man, he forgot about me. It's rough back here.
No, I think he remembered you. I think
I was going to add something else.
Yeah.
You can follow me at Avo Love everywhere. That's AVOLXVE. I spelled it, guys.
Thank you.
LXV.
I would hate for Vic to have to spell it for you. But yeah, man, let's do that because I didn't want to get into the closing introducing ourselves. That's kind of what we did last week. But if you know, you know. All right, man. So long as Vic is ready, I see something on his screen, so it look like he's ready. So what we're gonna do is we're about to get into the what's the word. So Vic, what's the word, bro?
What's the word? Let's get into it, man. So Super Bowl 2023, 2023 halftime show performer has been announced. We got Rihanna.
You're the one that I think about all day.
Yeah, man. She got some hits, man. So look, she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Billy.
So look, she's gonna be performing at the halftime show, and basically with that, you know, opportunity to keep them streams going, even though the streams are already up.
Now I may be wrong. Didn't they put out something that said something about Taylor Swift?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I could have swore I read something that
She's gonna
talked.
come crash it like Kanye.
Nah, I thought Taylor was. What is Taylor Swift performing at something big? Like I thought.
I'm not a Taylor Swift follower.
Me neither.
I don't know.
Seen it on the humbug.
She better be at something big. She better be real big.
Hey, we taking away from Rihanna right now.
They pitched
What?
it to her and she offered it. I mean, they offered it to her and she turned it down.
Okay.
Because when I
It
seen the
should've been
Rihanna thing, I'm
Rihanna
thinking to
anyway.
myself, facts. I'm like, damn, are they splitting it? That's an awkward split. So
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to let that be known.
I
This
got
extra
you.
news. My bad.
Well, we're gonna see Rihanna at halftime show, so I'm sure that's gonna be a great show.
Shout out ASAP Rocky, knocked
Yeah,
her
man.
up.
Come on now, dog.
What,
Come on,
bro? Y'all
man.
we don't want to give him his flowers while he's still living.
He doing this thing.
Well, we good off that? Hey, Bo, we good off that?
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I just wasn't ready.
Nah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
He's winning. He is winning.
Hey man.
I mean, we
sometimes
all winning.
Sometimes you gotta
We-
get them
we-
dubs in life.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
acknowledge men winning.
That's
I love
hey.
seeing my black
Winning.
kings flourishing.
Yep,
Yeah.
and he made it out the mosh pit, so yeah, he doing well.
Yeah, facts.
All right, y'all. Let's keep pushing, man. Shout us on ESPN. Per the Associated Press, so via the NFL is making big changes. So the Pro Bowl is actually going to be replaced with the Pro Bowl games.
Ooh.
So I don't know what that's going to look like, but it's going to be an event full of full contact showcase. Wait, I read that wrong.
You had
Full
to.
contact show.
No, they're saying the new event will replace the full contact showcase,
Okay,
which started in 1951. But what I meant to say was we're going to see a showcase full of different games. So, yeah, man, how do y'all feel about that, man? Like,
Nobody cares about the Pro Bowl no more anyway, but I would line up to watch funny things like a real 40-yard dash for
Okay.
people that take it serious.
that's cool.
like, like races and shit.
Yeah.
They might have like some one-on-ones or something.
Yeah, a softball game.
Yeah.
Kickball.
They've been doing
Dodgeball.
dodgeball. Dodgeball's been cool.
Nah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have the greatest receiver versus the greatest cornerback. And they just gonna line
7-on-7.
That could be cool. Some
1-on-1.
Some one-on-ones.
With Destroying.
Yeah, some
you know,
one-on-ones.
Destroying has been sponsored. I bet you they do something like that off the rip without even knowing. I've been seeing sponsored clips of Destroying in his one-on-ones. I bet you they about to do that.
That's what's up. So between that and maybe they can do some NFL strongest man competition with the
That
linemen.
sound
Who
cool.
can lift a
D-line.
car?
Right.
That sounds
So
cool.
yeah, we'll see, man.
I
But
might actually pay attention this year.
yeah, so of course the Pro Bowl is now in Vegas.
Oh,
They need to take it out of Vegas, bro.
Well, I think originally Hawaii, of course, and I think they tried Orlando a couple years and then Vegas last year, right?
Why don't you want it in Vegas?
Because-
scared the players get in trouble.
Yeah.
Kamara's got a whole case right now from being in Vegas last year. I don't think you
fair,
need to mix
fair.
all these athletes with all this money, with all this the lifestyle of Vegas. I don't.
Okay.
Adult
okay.
Disneyland.
Yeah, but
feel
I
you.
understand they need to be adults, but it's like, come on, they're still enjoying Vegas. So
That's
it
fair.
is what it is. I think it's just bad marketing for you. It's not bad marketing because it's a lovely place. Everything is new out there that they got, but yeah, bro, that's hectic.
It's a lot of risk.
I wouldn't want to set my guys up like that.
All right, let's keep it pushing, man. So Bleacher Report Gridiron, as of yesterday, well, actually today, but when you're listening to this, it's gonna be yesterday.
How you know I'm putting it out tonight?
Oh well, okay. Well, based on that, on Tuesday, what's today? The 28th? No, today's the
I got
29th.
Come on, man. We don't know numbers.
Today's
27.
9/29, 9/29.
Today's the
27.
27th.
Oh, it's 27. Oh shit, today's 9/27. All right. Well, based on that, either way,
Whoa.
the Buccaneers of Tampa Bay. You're supposed to go in with the whoa, but you didn't. All good, but they're evacuating due to Hurricane Ian. They're actually going to be practicing at the Miami Dolphins facility this
Whoa.
week, and basically, the league is evaluating whether the Chiefs and Bucks will play on Sunday night. So that's something to watch. But definitely want to send thoughts and prayers with
Facts.
everyone who
For
may be
sure.
impacted by Hurricane Ian down in the southeast region, and I know the storms are making a tear. Starting up north. So.
Facts. Big
Yeah, just
facts.
be safe. All right, man. A couple more things, and we out of here. Saw this on Fake Sports Center, so you know you get into the memes and stuff like that. But Doug Peterson is now tied with Urban Meyer for 5th all-time in wins by Jaguars coach. He's coached 3 games and he's already 2-1, so he's on the 5th all-time list for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's so trash, bro.
Hold on, wait.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that real? That's really real.
Yeah, But the reason why I mention that because those Jaguars actually look good, man. I know
They do.
of course they beat my Colts, but they also just beat Justin Herbert, man, and the Chargers.
Put some respect. They whooped the Colts ass.
They did.
And whooped the Chargers ass. Put
They
some
did.
respect on the win.
Yeah, man. So
That's bro, watching the Chargers game was nuts.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck was going on? Whether Herbert is hurt or not, they was getting scored on so badly, and that's supposed to be a couple injuries. I understand they lost both, but like
they lost somebody else too, didn't they?
Somebody
else went down.
They lost O lineman Slater.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, bro, I was just shocked watching the ass whooping, bro.
Yeah. All right, couple more things, man. NFL memes. Tim Tebow, he actually auctions off his Heisman Trophy every year, and the winner gets to keep it for a year. So right now, country singer Luke Bryan has Tim Tebow's Heisman Trophy. And then what does Tebow do with the basically earnings or the money that comes in? He donates it to charity. So over the past decade, he's raised almost $1 million for different charities.
That's hard.
Yeah.
We need to get some bread together and get that for Avo. My guy was drafting Tebow every year just to win. He just wanted that good energy, that Christian spirit on his team, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. Last thing for what's the word? CBS Sports. Lamar Jackson has more total TDs than this season than any other team, pretty much. So pretty much, they actually listed like a bunch of teams, but the only team that he doesn't have more TDs than is the Baltimore Ravens. So at 12 TDs, I'm going to show you guys all the teams he's outscoring. With his 12 TDs, y'all see all them? Get on the YouTube to check it out.
That's hilarious.
I hate Vic sometimes.
Yeah, man.
All I know is they got to pay that man.
Yeah,
they
man.
ain't gonna have to pay that man.
How y'all feel? Think the Ravens put their foot in their mouth or what?
Bro, okay. Can I have a minute?
Let's rock.
To switch. They gonna have to pay that man. Shout out to the guys that went out there, bet on themselves. Avo,
what's good?
Is Aaron Judge gonna be able to get a deal done, bro? Because he bet on himself, and he is
about to get crazy.
What does that contract look like? Sorry, we're talking baseball for 2 seconds.
Hey man, he about to set the American League record, man. So like, yeah, they gonna have to pay that man too.
My guy, Yankee fan. I just wanted to bring it up. Give him a second to talk.
Y'all need to pay these people when y'all get the chance, man.
Yeah,
when you get the opportunity, because the price is gonna go up.
So what does a contract look like for Lamar? Base
he's
330.
He's gonna set the new bar. I mean, literally, I saw this on Twitter, and somebody made a good point. He could literally lead the league in rushing and also in passing yards and touchdowns.
Facts.
That's a hell of a triple crown. Like he's killing it right now. So it's gonna be tough, but hey, yeah. It's a blank check at this point right now. So
you would think they would learn because the same shit. He's actually good. Joe Flacco was at the end of his career. Joe Flacco bet on himself, won a Super Bowl, and they had to pay him like he was a great.
Right.
You think they will learn? That's the same fucking organization.
Does the owner not have it like that? Because I did find out a little bit of information.
They
Like how they got to put all that money up in escrow. So I figured I'd double check.
They bred their shit like they run their organization how they want to run it. They rarely pay like the skill players and the quarterbacks unless they have to. They like to build through the draft a whole lot. They literally build through the draft so heavy.
I mean, this is your 20-year quarterback right here.
I don't know, 20.
15.
Maybe 15. I'd say 15 on a rushing or 12 to 15 on a rushing type QB.
Be there a long time. That's all I'm saying.
But that's still a long career.
Yeah. 15 sounds like a lot.
12 to 15. Because think about like the Michael Vicks and like the Donovan McNabbs and you know what I mean? They kind of that 12, 15 range.
Facts.
Of course, they transitioned to more pocket passer, but Lamar's already nailing that down. So
he can pass. All right, my bad.
All good. That's all I got for what's the word. Anything else you guys want to throw in?
No, I'm good. Avo,
I'm straight.
We straight.
All right. Any should we go to the flag on the play right now?
Yeah, let's do flag on the plays right now.
All right.
You got?
I don't have any. Some might come to mind though. You got a flag?
I don't, man. Everything was kind of copacetic, man. Colts finally got a dub. Yeah, that's really it, man. Got a flag on the play to some that like some people might not know, but let's do this. I whooped my bro Snell ass in our matchup this week.
Hey.
A league he invited me to. This pretty decent big money.
Yeah.
And he ain't even fill out his roster.
Oh wow.
He didn't pick up
on,
no
man.
defense, which is iffy. You can still win without a
Yeah.
defense.
Right.
But he also didn't. He had a player that was out playing. I'm like, yeah,
Come
bro,
on,
I ain't
man.
even get to beat you fair and square, bro. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I
So
feel you.
Flag
shout
on
out
the
to the
play.
people that don't set their rosters, man. That's a flag on the play, especially if
All of them.
if we connect at the hip, we brothers. I'm gonna let you know about yourself. So when you see this snail,
When
flag
you
on the
see
play to
this
you.
snail,
For real, that's all bad. All right, I'm the only one with a flag though.
that's all. Yeah, that's it.
Light week.
Flag on the teams for not paying their players when they should.
Yeah, that's big flag.
Big flag.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
We flagged
Basically.
ESPN last week, didn't we?
For what?
Oh well, they just now getting the Brett Favre story more out there. So
Nah, we
No.
flagged Brett Favre.
We
like-
oh,
flagged
okay,
Favre.
well then I got to flag them. My flag this week goes to ESPN, but really a lot of the news outlets,
for not making this a bigger story.
yeah, for not making a bigger story. But they did start rolling something out. They rolled something out like on Saturday night. You know what I mean?
Maybe they're trying to wait for more news, even though I pretty much heard everything. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, really, the public was more in a outrage, just because they just, people like to compare different scenarios. So they look back at like the Michael Vick situation and the
Yep.
dog fighting. So it's like, that had a lot of pressure. Even putting Jamison Winston in college stealing $30 worth of crab legs, that had a lot of
Yep.
traction. So it's
Facts.
like
Big facts.
you're talking about $5+ million in welfare funds from one of the poorest states in the country. That should have some more traction. So.
Punk ass dude.
I agree,
Yeah.
man. That shit wet.
All right, man. That's all I got.
Vic got a B team player of the week.
I do. So I'm the one with a guy.
Yeah, man. It was, to me, it felt light.
Okay. All right. Well, look, let's keep it home, man. Let's go to my Indianapolis Colts. We got our first win,
Naptown.
and we talked about it too, man. That's what the Colts do. We rise to the
Right.
occasion against the good teams, the great teams, the quality teams. We might even, pull off a dub. So I want to shout out Jelani Woods, rookie tight end for the Colts. He actually had 2 catches on 3 targets, 2 touchdowns. Actually helped secure the win for the Colts. He only played 23% of the snaps, so limited snap counts, but he's making it count when he is out there. Hopefully he can keep his role going forward, man. So shout out to Jelani Woods. Getting 2 tutties, man.
2 tutties.
All right.
Two of them things.
I got 3 players.
Switch
Damn.
Switch the banner, though.
Us. We the reason why the Colts got that dub. We was out there supporting, you know what I mean, doing our thing out there, supporting the squad. Y'all just don't know. That's how we was rolling. We was out there tailgating, supporting the team, kicking it with the fans, help get the fans rowdy before they went into the stadium. I ain't saying we went in, but we was outside hearing them cheer though.
We did. Yeah, good food. Speaking of tailgate, man, recap the tailgate real quick.
Oh,
Because
man.
you talked about it last week.
So this is what we did. We agreed that we all played our part. Avo was gonna bring the entertainment. That's the DJ. Vic gonna bring the liquor. He makes a fire ass drink. We ain't got a name for it right now, but it's delicious, amazing.
It was blue juice, man.
Yeah, bro. He was walking around just passing out cups to random people at cars. It was fire. Everybody loved it. My girl went nuts over it. My mom called and was like, "Thank Vic, I got my bottle of blue juice." I'm like, but nah. So I popped up early in the morning and we was kind of defeated for a minute because I took my grill out there and they said they were only allowing gas grills at the few places I pulled up. Vic sent me a location. I pulled up and they let us in the 40 pop. I went out there and just started grilling, bro, and it was love. Everybody just started peeling in. Vic invited some of his neighborhood people out. Avon and Sarah invited some family out. I had some family out, man. It was just love. We ate some food. I don't even smoke, but I brought out some cigars from Punta Cana. We drank some good blue juice. We set up. We played some cards, some drinking games, bro. It was just fun. It was love. Everybody that was parked next to, they was showing love back. Great energy, and hopefully we need to try to plot out. Maybe we can try to do it one more time before it gets too cold.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. It definitely was a good time. And shout out to you on the grill, bro. Like,
God did this.
wings was fire, drumstick was fire,
I appreciate
brats
it.
and hot dogs was fire. So fire, we didn't even realize we had no sides. That's how fire it was. Like, we all like packing up. It was like, yeah, we didn't have no sides, but it's all good. Everything was fire. And Big Louie was out there, man. So I'm glad he got to hang out with us. So yeah, man, that was cool.
All right. I got a funny one that I didn't have at first, but I knew there was a random guy that scored a touchdown in the Cowboys game. Let's go to Peyton Hendershot.
Okay.
When Dalton Schultz went out, man, they brought in this random tight end, bro. And guess where he's from?
Where's he from?
With the Indiana. IU.
Hey,
That's what's up.
Hold it down.
23, undrafted rookie tight end. And he ended up catching a touchdown. And it was in the fourth quarter too.
That's what's up.
So yeah, bro.
That was huge. They ended up winning the game. Or no. Yeah, Cowboys. Excuse me. Yeah,
Cowboys
play for the
got the
Cowboys.
dub.
Yeah. So he scraped by. They scraped by.
Yeah, so turn up. Yeah, that's really it.
All right, bro. Let's get into this DFS update before we recap week 3.
You want to lead it?
Yeah, I can pull up my lineup, man. So I was on a 2-0 win streak. Then we out there at the tailgate, and me and Dot was like, you know what? Who you running? So we showed each other our lineups. After I did that, everything went downhill, man. So I think I got to stop showing my brother my lineup. Had some bad luck this week, but I took an L, man. So I'll tell you guys who
What
I
happened
ran.
to that boy?
I only put up 56 points.
What happened to? Dang, my shit celebrating. Look.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. But I ran some Joe Flacco, man. I just like the matchup against Cincinnati, but I already knew the Bengals were going to come in motivated, coming off a couple L's. Flacco only gave me 7. Then I ran some DeAndre Swift. He ended up getting banged up. And then I ran some Kamara. I thought that'd be a good matchup. And then also ran Justin Jefferson, who's off to a slow start right now, but he's still a stud. Still got to run JJ. Devontae Adams, he was solid. Ran some Jahan Dotson, and then also had some Irv Smith, Noah Gray, and the Raiders defense, man. So, yeah, my big performer was Devontae with 14 points, and that's not even really big for Devontae Adams, you know what I mean?
Nah, bro, that's damn near a bad game.
Yeah, it is.
But all right, let's get into honestly, bro. This really wasn't nothing to brag about, bro. I didn't like score a gang of points to whoop your ass either. Oh yeah, the overalls. I feel like you should take over banner duty, bro.
It's all good.
Nah, bro. Quarterback, I started Matthew Stafford. Thought he would have had a bigger game against Arizona. Something's wrong with him and his arm and the connection so far. You had a guy get banged up. I had David Montgomery go out early, and he was supposed to have a big game against them Texans. Miles Sanders, it's nothing no more. It's just the receivers and Hurts. I played the Drake London, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Michael Pittman, T. Higgins combination on you. I played Joe Guy against you. I thought you would like that. We both play Irv Smith. We always have at least one guy that's the same. And the Eagles defense. Hey, well, listen to this. The Eagles defense was my highest scoring player. But they've been looking good, and they were playing Carson Wentz. And if you play Carson Wentz, you know a Wentz gonna Wentz, right?
Hey, basically, you know,
A Wentz gonna Wentz. So yeah, shout out to
that other team. Be wide open.
yeah. So shout out to the new DFS score.
Yeah, so Dot is up 7-5. I'm down 5-7. So at this point, it's the race to 10, man. So we focus, race to 10.
Good luck. I'm 3 away, baby.
I'm halfway there.
I am. All right. Do we have any you want to get it? I don't think we got no major injuries, but we got DeAndre Swift got banged up with a shoulder injury. Dalvin Cook left with a shoulder injury, but I think they're gonna put that machine back on his shoulder that he had last year. He's gonna play through that. David Montgomery, they actually said it's a high ankle sprain, which is probably gonna leave him out for a couple weeks, man. If that, but remember what last year. Saquon came in recovering, then he got the high ankle sprain, and he looked bad all year. So I'm nervous about that, bro.
Yeah, also Sterling Shepard, man, he's out for the year with a torn ACL. He's a PPR, play, a nice PPR play. Just came back, man. So yeah, that Giants offense is gonna be in more limbo, and then also Keenan Allen supposed to be coming back this week from the hamstring.
Welcome.
So hopefully
they need your help.
Yeah, Mike Evans coming back from suspension.
Welcome. They need your help. Hopefully Julio's back, man. Julio's always banged up. Mac Jones.
Yeah, high ankle sprain. He's gonna miss a couple games, multiple games. So Brian Hoyer, if you're desperate.
They losing all those games, bro. Brian Hoyer's a bum.
Any other injuries?
Hey, it was right on beat. It's ain't nothing like a Brian Hoyer is a bum punchline for no reason.
He might impress you, man.
Brian Hoyer's a bum.
Y'all ready to get into these?
That dude from Dallas, he doing all right.
Cooper Rush, yeah.
Cooper Rush. All right, bet. What we about to get into?
Let's get into the top performers, man, before we get to the main segment. So we just want to highlight the main performers from a redraft standpoint. Start the quarterbacks, man. Lamar Jackson, he put up 39 fantasy points. He had 218 passing yards, 4 passing TDs, 11 carries, over 100 yards on the ground, bro, and also a rushing TD, man. So he's been balling. He's number one QB in fantasy right now.
Hands down, the best player in fantasy right now.
The best player in football right now.
Yeah. God damn.
All right, man. Let's move on to the number 2 performance, and you're going to see the dip. Jalen Hurts, man, 27 point performance. So again, that's like 12 points behind Lamar, man. That's huge.
I'm starting to think that having Hurts, they need to be in more competitive games. I know the defense is real good now, but it's starting to me looking like they're on people's necks for the first half, and then they just lay off because they get up so much. So it's like, I want to see them in more competitive games so you could actually see some of those 40-point games. I think he's going to flirt with 25, 30s, and these guys are going to have big halves, but like then it's just like we fall back a little bit. They don't keep the foot on the neck. They need to start doing that some more.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts had 340 passing yards, 3 passing TDs. He's definitely taking a leap in the passing game. He's, like you said, you know, we talked about it earlier, and we'll, you know, touch on it more, but he's in his bag right now. I'm going to leave it at that. And for Lamar, I am excited for this next matchup. He got the Buffalo Bills, so I know people are on edge going into New England, but hey, he got it done. So, all right, man, number 3 performance, Trevor Lawrence, 25 fantasy points, 262 passing yards, 3 passing TDs.
He's what we thought he was.
Yeah, it just took a little bit of time. Just got to be a little patient.
You just had to get rid of that bum they had last year.
Yeah, that coach, man.
He had a whole bad cloud over the whole team, bro. I'm glad he's gone.
I agree, man. Number 4 performance, Josh Allen, 23 fantasy points, 400 passing yards, 2 passing TDs, man. He's a stud, man. So nothing else to say about Josh Allen, man. And you know he has some rushing chops, too.
All the time.
All right, number 5 performer, Joe Burrow, 23 points, 275 passing yards, 3 passing TDs.
Finally.
Hey, one more thing I forgot to add. What's the word? Kid Cudi actually named a song on his album Burrow. I believe it's the last track.
I'm going to go listen to it, but I'm not a big Cudi fan. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, I just like the pursuit of happiness and
pursuit of happiness.
What's the other song?
I don't know.
Day and Night and some other one.
Oh, Day and Night was the first track.
All right, man. Let's jump to these running backs. Number 1 performance, man. Khalil Herbert, man. 30 points, 157 rushing yards. Also caught some passes, man, and he had 2 TDs, man.
Whoever's playing against Houston, play that guy.
Yeah, he looks good out there running the ball. Shout out to Tyler, man. That's his guy.
That's his guy. He told us about him last year, and then he kind of mentioned him in his Brody of the Year stuff. You know, just on a humble brag.
Yeah. Ain't no wrong with that. Well, you know, ain't no wrong packing yourself.
I put a new picture up on Twitter, and my guy was like, "Hey, I like the pic." Told me I look like like I'm a member of an R&B group. Yeah, Suave. That's my name.
Fire. Let's keep pushing, man. Number 2 performance from the running back spot. Derrick Henry, man. He finally got going against the Vegas Raiders. 25 fantasy points, 85 rushing yards in the TD, man. So
it's good to see the passing game involved. He have like 5 catches for 58 yards. If he get that consistently, we brag about CMC. Derrick will be breaking all kind of records in fantasy.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move to the number 3 performer, Jamal Williams, running back for the Detroit Lions, 24.7 fantasy points, 87 rushing yards, and 2 rushing TDs. He does a lot of work in between the tackles, man, for the Lions.
It looks like he's about to have the opportunity to be the guy for 2 weeks straight without Swift. We'll see how he does without Swift, man. I feel like Swift does a lot of wearing out, you know, the defenses because he plays early in the game. And once they start moving, bro, you know, Jamal just comes in while everybody's already being wore down a little bit. But I don't know. And he's always using the red zone. I like him.
All right, number 4 performer, Devin Singletary, 24 fantasy points, man. You never know what you're going to get out of him, but he was on this week. So 9 catches on 11 targets, 78 receiving yards and a touchdown, man. So he's one of Josh's favorite targets out of the backfield.
Yeah, that was surprising. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, it's like, it's hot and cold. You don't know when to run them, but it was a good week if you ran them. Number 5 performer, Saquon Barkley, saw that on Monday night, 22 fantasy points. I needed that. He actually, I'm sure he helped pull off some dubs for some people last night, but he did his thing, man. 81 rushing yards, man, and also had a rushing TD, so he's back.
Yeah, bro, he looked quick.
All right, let's jump over to the tight ends. Y'all know how we roll. Mark Andrews, number 1 performer, 28 fantasy points. Hey, did his thing, man. 8 catches, 2 TDs, 89 yards. Dominant.
The go-to guy.
Mark Andrews.
The number 1 fantasy tight end.
All right, man. Yo guy, number 2 performer, David Njoku on Thursday night for the Cleveland Browns. So 23 fantasy points. And yeah, 9 catches, 89 yards, and a TD.
Him and Amari Cooper are looking necessary, and I think Jacoby gets it. Give it to the talented guys.
All right, man. Move to number 3 performer, Travis Kelce, man. He did some damage against my coach. 17 fantasy points, 4 catches, 58 yards in the TD. Kelce is Kelce.
And that was all early.
Yeah, it was.
Nothing else happened in the second half for Kelce, it felt like.
Yeah, that's why we saw Mahomes going that Eric Bieniemy on the sideline.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. All right, man. Number 4 performer, Tyler Coughlin, man. So he's having off to a solid start, man. 16 fantasy points, 8 catches, 84 yards, man. Just, PPR monster right now.
Hey, if you got him, sell him or whatever, bro. I think when Zach Wilson come back, this whole passing game is going to be in shambles. And I think he got about a week left.
All right, man. Number 5 performer, my Brody of the week, Jelani Woods, 15 fantasy points, 2 catches, 3 targets. 2 of those catches went for touchdowns. So, yeah, man. Hopefully he gets more playing time on the field, a big athletic guy. So
yeah, like a real weapon to the offense instead of Mo Alley, who's just a big body moving around.
All right, jump over to the receivers, man. My guy, number 1 performer, Devonta Smith, wide receiver for the Eagles, 30 fantasy points, 8 catches, 169 yards, a receiving TD, catching in traffic, back of the end zone. Exactly, man. All that BMI talk. Hey, he's a physical receiver, even at his size.
The catches I seen him make this week is like
all pro.
Shame on you for saying he can't do it in the league.
Yeah, man. All right, let's keep it pushing. Number 2 performer, Mac Hollins, 30 fantasy points,
guy.
8 catches, 158 yards, and a TD.
How's it feel to be a Devonta Adams owner, manager, and a Darren Waller manager, and you see this Mac Hollins shit happening?
Yeah, and also Hunter Renfrow, even though I know he was out.
It got to feel like a slap to the face.
But he's a big athletic target, though. So,
Darren Waller?
Yeah, but that too. But still. A big athletic target that's coming in from the outside over the middle versus Waller who's just operating over the middle.
Devonta Adams.
Yeah, okay. Touche. All right, let's keep pushing, man. Number 3 performer, your guy, Hollywood Brown. Your Brody still balling, 28 fantasy points. Bro.
You see the targets going up?
14 catches, bro, 140 yards, 17 targets. Nasty, bro. Nasty.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 performer, Mr. Zay Jones, Jacksonville Jaguars, 24.5 fantasy points, 10 catches in a TD, man.
He's going to be necessary. And if Trevor keeps on taking that next step, Zay Jones is going to be a weekly flex play in PPR, bro, because he's going to get attention.
All right, number 5 guy. This is a guy I was a little worried about, just giving Kamara coming back, but it don't matter, man. You got to run this guy. Chris Olave. Hey, he had – I just lost it. Here we go. 9 catches, 147 yards, man. So 23 fantasy points for the New Orleans Saints, man. Chris Olave, he's looking like number 1
Michael
target.
Thomas is banged up. Jarvis Landry left banged up.
Yeah.
They don't really have tight ends that are worthy of throwing it to. Chris Olave always gets open. It's just a easy success, bro. It just makes sense. You good?
Yep, that's it, man.
All right, bet. Well, then we didn't introduced ourselves for the look. Let's roll into the main topic, and it is rookies versus sophomores. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. So what we're gonna do is just go over the lay of the land, talk about the rookies and what they're doing now into their second year. No, the sophomores to their second year, and these rookies what they're doing now, man. Because we had a lot of top names that are already producing, man. So, yeah, man. Let's just touch on all of these relevant players as much as we can, and the ones that we needed to really elaborate on, we will. Some will be able to just move around on. So let's just go by position, bro. We talk about the rookies and talk about the sophomore position.
I'm with it. And the nice thing about these rookie quarterbacks, we can just group them all together, man. So we got Kenny Pickett, rookie for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got rookie Malik Willis for the Tennessee Titans and Desmond Ridder for the Atlanta Falcons. So my question to you, who gets to start first? And then if you had to pick one, especially to start a dynasty team, who you playing your flag on?
If I had to guess who gets to start first, it's probably Pickett. He was the only one that went in the first round. I think they went 1 and then 2, second round and third round. That's how they went, right?
Yeah.
The only reason I say Pickett also is because I feel like the quarterback in front of him is actually pissing off the team.
Okay.
Like actually making the team. Like
Mr. Trubisky.
Yeah, we talked about it. Like, I don't think he looked good at all. I don't care if he's competing in the game. He still doesn't look good. He's not making the throws. He's pissing his receivers off.
Yeah. You see the
That's
frustration with
thing.
Deontay Johnson,
So, yeah,
Pickens.
Those other 2 guys, I think, will get the same opportunity maybe on the back end of the year, because I don't think none of these teams are going to be good outside of Pittsburgh. So I think Tennessee, they'll want to see what they have in Malik and see what they can do rolling into next year. And Atlanta, man, you got Marcus Mariota. I think these guys that they invest in, they're going to give them a shot. But right now, you just have 3 rookie quarterbacks waiting on their shot. None of them, we don't really know what none of them really stand for right now.
All right, if you could move forward with one in Dynasty, who you rocking with?
Pickett. I think he's going to have the longest leash just because he went in the first round.
Okay. For me, I got to roll with Malik Willis, man. Give me the athletic QB. I'm just going to take a chance there, especially looking at it from a fantasy perspective. I feel like he opens up the offense more, and hopefully he can take on like a Jalen Hurts type role. Of course, you'd have to get him some more weapons. We're starting to see Trey Lance become a little bit more confident, but still needs to, continue building upon what he's shown, some flashes, but still a long ways to go. So give me the guy with the rushing upside, man, but I'm not mad at the Pickett. I was between Pickett and Willis, and I don't think you can sleep on Desmond Ridder, though.
Nah, the regime there is going to be there, and that's who drafted him.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Tomlin ain't going nowhere until he's ready to go. He handpicked Pickett, and I think he's going to let him play. And I trust him the most out of everybody else to groom somebody. So,
all right, bro. Let's jump over to the sophomore quarterbacks, man. So we got Trevor Lawrence. Let's start there.
Looks so good this year. Looks like everything we thought that we expected last year, man. So I'm not holding his rookie year over his head at all. I'm going to base what I think of his future right now, and he's balling, bro. He looks so good in that offense, and I think he looks good without like a real solid wide receiver one. Christian looks good, but I think he's doing it with guys that don't even have the upside of being top wide receiver in the league type shit. But now he looks good.
Yeah, Trevor's currently the QB 10, so going into his sophomore year, that's solid, man. That's what you can ask for, right? And he's taking care of the football, man. 6 passing TDs, 1 interception. Already has 772 passing yards, so he's flirting with 1,000 yards. He can easily put up 3,500 yards at the pace he's going.
He gonna get it.
All right, man. Next QB, let's talk about Zach Wilson, man. I know he's been out, hasn't had a chance to play. Are you still interested in Zach Wilson?
Not at all. We got him in the Empire League. I'm not happy about it. At some point, I just want to see him come back and just see what he has so many weapons right now. And I don't think he gets enough. He went in the first round. He probably will. He's going to get another shot rolling into next year if he looks bad since he started off hurt. But it's almost now or never for him, man, especially with them investing into all these guys like that.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's like all the weapons in the world, between Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, and now even guys like Coughlin, and then you brought in Rhys Hall and Michael Carter, who can catch passes and run the ball between the tackles. So offense is set up to where they're looking at you, quarterback. So
yeah, go win.
Yeah, no excuses, because we've seen the teams that don't have weapons that struggle. So like the weapons are there, so it's on you. But I'm not interested, man, in the Zach Wilson thing. So
me neither.
All right, let's move on to another guy that's currently hurt out for the season, Trey Lance, man. So of course, broken ankle. How do you feel about him going forward in Dynasty?
Sheesh, to be honest, bro, I know it was just like a game before he got hurt, but I don't think I want him. I think if I could have sold, I didn't really own him in a lot of places, but I would have sold high, because I'm starting to feel like, what if they were just wrong, and what if he just doesn't get it? Like, yeah, you wanted to take him because he has a ceiling, but his floor is bad, bro. And sometimes you just got to admit that you're wrong. So I don't want to take the shot, because I still have yet to see what he can do.
Yeah, from what I saw, man, even earlier on in the season, he runs kind of reckless. Like, he doesn't know how to protect himself for some reason. You know what I mean? So it was only a matter of time, unfortunately, before he either got hurt, banged up, and it caused another broken ankle, man, unfortunately. So yeah, man. But I'm not interested either. And you watch the San Francisco offense, it just moves more fluidly with Jimmy G. And I know people aren't a fan of Jimmy G, but the offense just has way more flow.
Yeah.
It just moves better. So all right, let's move on to Justin Fields, man. Look, they're not really, I feel like they're giving him the Cam Newton treatment. It's like he's only throwing a ball 15 times, 10 times.
Yeah.
He has, rushing about the same amount of attempts in the game. Like, is that a coaching thing? Like,
yeah, it is. I don't think they're trying to protect them, or they don't trust them, and both of those are bad for a quarterback and their confidence in their second year.
Yeah,
I love Justin Fields, and you know that, but I don't want him no more, man. I don't want him, because if they're not going to at least try to unlock them and see what they got, then you can't do nothing with them. What you gonna do with somebody that doesn't throw 10 times in a game? Can't do nothing with that.
Doesn't look good for the weapons at all, man. So let's keep pushing.
It doesn't have weapons. Either.
Actually, one more question: is this a Ohio State quarterback thing, or is this Justin Fields? Are you cool off Ohio State quarterbacks?
Nah, because I like Justin. I feel like this is an organizational thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak for Clear B for a second. He will say it's an Ohio State quarterback thing,
And I'm gonna agree with Clear B. I haven't seen a Ohio State QB pan out yet.
This one's bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like they brought him in bad and then stripped him of more things. They set him up for failure. I can't talk about those other guys, but it is what it is.
All right, another QB, Mac Jones, man. So of course I know he's gonna be out a couple games, but he's he throws the ball a lot and enough, but he still looks like a game manager.
Yeah, he's not a guy that you really want to be your quarterback one. Probably not even your quarterback two. He's always going to be in streaming quarterback because he's not athletic. Like he can't do any running for you, and then they're always going to protect their quarterbacks, have a good defense, try to run the ball. So that does nothing for you in fantasy. So Mac Jones is actually a quarterback that I don't want at all either if I don't have to have.
All right, last guy, Davis Mills, quarterback for the Houston Texans, man. Another guy who I feel is a stopgap QB.
Yeah.
He was thrown into the fire coming off the Deshaun situation. So I'm not interested in none of these quarterbacks not named Trevor Lawrence.
You're right. They threw him in the fire, and I thought in that fire last year, he actually didn't look horrible. But rolling into next year, I want to say they didn't give him no weapons, but I guess what you want to call it. Damien Pierce was taken later. John Mechie was taken, but he wasn't one of the highly touted receivers coming out. But they rode around, and I feel like they're just piecing together minor things and not really trying to build around him. You could tell how they did their draft.
All right, let's get into these rookie running backs, man. Let's start with Kenneth Walker, Seattle Seahawks.
I liked him. I liked him as the best pure runner coming out of the class, but I don't know what's going on with that offense, man. We know Pete Carroll and the Seahawks love to run, but with a bad team, can you run? With a bad O-line, can you run? And then he still has to deal with the Rashad Penny out there, at least for this year.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a good buy low in Dynasty, but outside of that, I don't know what kind of faith to have in them because I don't know what that organization. I like the organization, don't know what they're doing right now. Don't know what direction they're taking.
Yeah, I agree, man. I do think he's a good buy low candidate, and they are starting to let Geno throw the ball a bit more because you have to throw to open up the run game. So it's good to see that, but it's still a timeshare situation, which is frustrating. So yeah, good buy low. Let's move on. Let's talk about Rhys Hall, man, for the Jets. Did I mess up the transition into the sophomore running backs?
No. Brees. I think you've heard me speak on it. I think he's so much more talented than one of the guys we're going to talk about that's his teammate later. But I don't know what they want from him. I thought he was going to come in and right away just dominate,
Be the workhorse kind of.
Yeah, because that's kind of his outlook coming from college.
3 down back.
But I don't know. The offense is shaky. They have to throw a lot because they're always down. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, all right, we're throwing with Flacco. We trust the veteran, but we're going to have to run a little bit more when we get Wilson back and we can run the natural offense that we were trying to do. I don't know. We have to see. He's a guy that I will go buy low also, but those are one of those organizations I'm always nervous about too, even though they've been doing right by Zach for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're a bad organization. They're doing right by a bad quarterback.
Okay. You might have
ever thought about it like that?
Never, but it makes sense. But I do like what I'm seeing in Brees. I do think he's going to continue to put it together. But he's shown, he can run the ball, he can catch. So I do think the future's bright for Brees Hall.
I was going to ask, like, you seem like hesitant on Brees, and you was big on Brees, and I'm like, man, he's playing well.
I'm not.
You just expected him to get more carries or something?
Brees. I'm hesitant on what the fuck the Jets are doing.
Okay.
I think, I've seen teams love backups way more than what I do. I'm not saying Michael Carter's bad, but I'm saying learn the system, give him 100% of the touches for a game, and let them offset it. I think Brees comes out on top because I think he's that type of talent compared to, everything else.
All right, next rookie running back, Damien Pierce, running back for the Houston Texans. So the Texans as an organization, especially coaching staff, are committed to him. So 20 carries, 85 yards. He's a good running back. Not great, but good. So he can definitely give you some solid production. So do you think we're seeing his ceiling as far as like type of runner he's going to be, or do you think he'll take a leap sophomore year?
I think he can take a leap, but it just depends. Like, even with direction of them, what are they doing? Like, you know, is he a stopgap running back? Not trying to be funny.
Feels like it could literally be a Michael Carter, Rhys Hall type situation.
He was taken late. He never was a big workhorse guy out of college. So, but he does look good. I will admit that. I think the hype train was overblown a little bit during the offseason, where in the offseason I probably would have sold him rather than keep him. But now at this point into the season, keep him. I think he'll have a lot of solid games, but not a lot of big blow-up games because it's still the Houston Texans, right? They're going to be behind and have to throw the ball.
Yeah, and of course, you know, he's solid in the pass protection, so that's what gets him on the field. And also he can run the ball. And, I mean, we're competing against Rex Burkhead and Marlon Mack. That's not asking for a lot, but Texans are revamping their O-line. But once they fix their QB situation, add more weapons in the passing game, because right now they're running with Chris Moore and who else? Nico Collins and
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, so a lot of room for improvement on the entire offense. Now, James Cook, man, they're trying to give him opportunities, but it seems like he's not really doing too much with it right now. So
that shit there for it, bro. It's Devin Singletary is going to be the guy they throw out there first. They like Zach Moss. That's the issue. It's not a Singletary thing. If it was just Cook and Singletary, I think the touches and the involvement would be a whole lot better. They're giving Zach Moss like important touches at times.
Yeah,
he looks the worst out of all three.
I agree. Not sure what that is, man. But last running back, Zamir White for the Vegas Raiders. Haven't seen any action, right?
Nah, he's just a guy that you keep around because he was a very good running back coming out of Georgia. They don't like Josh Jacobs, and this regime drafted Zamir. So, and Jacobs' contract is up. So it's one of those things where like maybe he can roll into next year, be the starter, or maybe they trade Jacobs or something. We'll see.
Yeah, and from what I'm seeing, man, I feel like Zamir could project to be like a Damien Pierce. What we're seeing, like nothing great, but nothing special. But he can just get the job done.
Yeah, big facts.
All right, man. Jump over to these sophomore running backs. Najee Harris, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Super stud. Hate that. But we all kind of could predict that some of his production will come down with Big Ben leaving. As much as Big Ben looked bad, he was a veteran, made that offense move, made Naji move because of those dink and dunk passes all last year. But Najee's a stud, bro, and he's a hell of a teammate. He's a hell of a player. You like his ambition and you like his heart, bro. He go play hard, bro, no matter what. So you always want Naji. He's top 5, top 6 dynasty running back. You take that. He's great. Yeah,
he's gonna be another good buy low. So I like Naji still, and really you just live with the 10 to 15 points that you're rocking with right now.
Facts.
Run him as your RB2 with one upside, of course. Now let's move on over to Denver. People are frustrated with this situation. Javonte Williams, man. So, he's not really – he looked like he started off hot, especially with all the targets and catches.
Yeah, fucking 12 of them.
That was against Houston, I believe. No, they played the Seahawks.
First game, yeah, it was Seahawks.
Yeah, they played Seahawks week 1. But Javonte Williams, man, like, is he just going to be stuck in a timeshare or what?
That's what it looks like as of now, man. And I don't like it because I think he's so much more talented than Melvin Gordon. But I think sometimes a system is a system, bro, and they want to play both guys. They're committed to Melvin Gordon. And even once in a while, they was bringing Mike Boone on for third downs this week. Okay. It was awkward. But I really, really like Javonte just pure off talent. 22 years old, so he's still a baby in the NFL. But if they're going to keep on doing this 1-2 punch, man, I don't like it because Melvin, the same way I said Zach Moss gets some important touches, Melvin gets those touches too.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, man. We need Russell Wilson to command the offense. We need Russell Wilson to go at the coach like we saw Mahomes go at the enemy. Like, you got to put your foot down, man, and you can't just get paid $265 and let these rookie coaches call all the plays. Like, you need Russ to step in and command some shit. So
somebody said, I'm not gonna say names, said that Denver Broncos should have paid the punter $265 million.
Yeah,
ain't that fucked up?
We really watched like a whole punting spectacle, which it was some solid punts. All right, man. Next sophomore, even though he's in his first year on the field. So rookie on the field, but as far as experience, sophomore. Travis Etienne, man, Jacksonville Jaguars. And he's getting outshouted by James Robinson, man.
Who knew James was going to come back off his injury looking even stronger and better, man? He's just doing his thing. And I think we were kind of all excited about Travis because maybe we thought he'd have the early weeks to show what he can do and then maybe push James Robinson back, but it didn't happen like that. Robinson was ready week 1, and they like Robinson, and he looks good. I can't even hate on him, bro. Travis looks good in the role they have him in and getting him, in open spots on the field. I don't know, man. It's just they're going to clash. James is going to be the number 1 guy. They need to find – I want to say they need to find more ways to get Travis involved, but they got Kirk, they got Zay Jones, they got Evan Ingram. They actually have weapons that are actually performing now. So trying to get Travis open in space is kind of hard because you got guys getting open in space already. So
yeah, I think Travis is a sell, man. He's a flip because again, Robinson is only a year older, so they're both they're going to be tied to each other for the next 4 or 5 years, especially if they pick up Robinson's 5th-year option.
Big fact.
So that's 4 years of Etienne. So yeah, getting frustrated at that point. A couple more guys, then we'll get over to the tight ends, come back with the wide receivers. All right, so Michael Carter, man, for the Jets.
A guy that is not bad in his opportunity last year. He actually looked good. It just looked like he can go out there and get the job done, and I think that's why the team likes him. He doesn't do anything to hurt. Goes out there, he gets the job done. And right now, I think they probably trust him a little bit more than the rookie. And he's going to be a pain in a lot of Rhys Hall managers' ass. So you can't really sell him and get anything good for him, in my opinion. And I'm not going to go buy him either. So it's just one of those things where if you have him, hold him. You might be able to play him in PPR or get some catches.
So I know I just talked about the Travis Etienne and James Robinson scenario. I mean, Michael Carter and Rhys Hall are in the same situation. I actually do prefer Michael Carter. He's an RB2 with one upside. He'll have his blow-up games, but definitely expect him to finish more on the back end. So I trust that situation more than Travis Etienne because he can give you, from a Michael Carter standpoint, 10 or he can give you 27, whereas Etienne, he's just kind of flat, like 10 points. So
True that.
All right, last running back, Khalil Herbert, man, for the Chicago Bears.
Automatic start whenever he gets the opportunity. He looks so good, man. I don't really know what to say, but he's a great running back.
He is. He looks good. Like the way he runs the ball, like that's how I like to see Damien Pierce run the ball. It's just like he pops off the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like explosive, strength, agile, all that. So. All right, bro. Let's jump over to the rookie tight ends. We don't have any, but I'm actually going to insert one. Mr. Jelani Woods.
I got one I insert too, but It was like I didn't know how you really felt about him. But you talk yours, I'll talk.
I mean, we just saw it, man. We saw a big athletic guy. I think Jelani is showing what we want Mo Alley Cox to be. Like big, 6'7", 250, 260, that can run and block and make the athletic plays. Jelani is actually making these catches. I know it's a short sample, but it's very promising. So. Yeah, I need to go get some Jelani. He still might be out there in some leagues.
And I'm going to talk Mr. Isaiah Likely. For some reason, the hype went up just because of one of his preseason games. Remember, he's still behind Mark Andrews, the best fantasy tight end, arguably best tight end in the NFL. The weapons are always going to be sporadic because Lamar is not going to throw 70 times, 60 times, and get 20 people involved. He's not going to be able to do that, but you'll see plays. He'll be able to make those kind of splash plays because he's that type of athlete. And if something does happen to Mark Andrews, I think you can get 70% of Mark Andrews' production for the rest of the year if he went out right now because he's that type of athlete.
Yeah, he's so athletic. Yeah, I like the call, man. So I'm glad you mentioned Likely. Definitely don't want to overlook him. Now let's move over to the sophomore tight ends. Pat Freiermuth, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Always has touchdown potential. I like him as a tight end, but he makes me nervous because the offense, bro, all those weapons that they have and not a quarterback that can support all of them. So he's going to have up games and down games. You're just going to have to deal with that. He's never going to be a top tier tight end.
Yeah, streaming option. So top 12 finish and you just live with it. And so many weapons, like you said. So Kyle Pitts, man. So this is a guy people are starting to get nervous about from a dynasty perspective. Super athletic. He's a unicorn, all the talent in the world. Only has one touchdown in his career. I just talked about Jelani Woods. He now has 2 touchdowns on 20% of the snaps. Just had to throw it out there. How do you feel about Kyle Pitts, man?
Gotta love him. It's Dynasty. I mean,
21 years old.
yeah, you just play him. You just deal with the bumps in the road until he has the situation around him that's going to make him flourish. It might not be Marcus Mariota. It might be Desmond Ridder. Desmond's a better sit in the pocket quarterback and look around at his reads. Maybe that's what he needs because Kyle Pitts is a mismatch every single time he's on the field.
He is.
And I don't care how good Drake London looked. Drake London's never a real mismatch. He just can ball and make plays. Kyle Pitts can ball and make plays, but he's a mismatch every fucking play. And if you're not going to try to find and scheme up ways to get him the ball instead of just, all right, I'm a hike, and if I can do something deep downfield, that's fine. He's the scheme up plays for a type of player, and they're not doing it. So I'm just being patient. It's not one of those things you're going to sell. Maybe you can buy because he's so impossible to get sometimes, but I hate to feel like I overpaid. I still, right now with the way he's playing, make me feel like I overpaid when I went and paid for him this year. But I'm still comfortable with it.
That's Dynasty though, so yeah. But there's probably only one guy who can cover Kyle Pitts, and I don't even know if he can. But if I had to put my money on one person,
Jalen.
No.
Who are you doing?
Micah Parsons. But he's too busy rushing quarterbacks. He runs a 4.3, bro. But I don't even know. You know what I mean? That's a matchup I like to see at the Pro Bowl games.
Yeah, but I ain't never seen him play in coverage. I mean, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no coverage experience, I was pretty sure he's gonna say Ramsey because he's big.
Nah, I think Pitts will just toss Ramsey out the way. I know Ramsey's a great corner, but strength and technical skills, like, you can get moved about the paint.
Facts.
All right, man, let's transition to these rookie wide receivers. So we just ended on Kyle Pitts. Let's go to Drake London. There go your transition.
Oh, man, I ain't really care. I've been telling Vic for the past week, like, bro, Drake London actually looks good, man. He, to go out there he's already NFL ready, size-wise, and just, he's showing everything of why he was taken so early in the first round. He's so necessary, and when you're that big, it's hard to just flat out guard you. If you can play big bully ball and get yourself slightly open and just use your hands and your body to maneuver around the cornerback, man, he's going to be good. I'm excited to watch him play, and I think they have two real good weapons going forward, bro. Those are two solid weapons, bro, going forward, and I really like both of them. Yeah,
and I know earlier on before the season started, I mentioned I wasn't interested in the Drake London situation. That's just because I lean route runners, but Drake is dominating. It's good to see his confidence early on, so definitely gonna be promising, man. So I missed out, man, because I don't think I can go pay for.
Nah, you ain't gonna be able to pay now. Once these rookies have a semi blow up game, the price always goes up. So it is what it is.
Yeah, man. But he's currently wide receiver 13. He's balling, bro. So yeah, 16 catches, 2 touchdowns. So he's doing his thing. All right, man. Let's talk about Mr. Chris Olave, wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints. Smooth like butter.
Mr. Always Open. And I think him and Jameis are going to have a connection because Olave can make good plays down the field. Better. Jarvis not a down the field guy, and Michael Thomas is not a down the field guy. And Jameis likes to fling the ball. That's why we hate him throwing sometimes because he's so many interceptions. But Chris Olave kind of fits what Jameis does. So I think it's going to be their number one option going forward, whether those guys are banged up or healthy.
Yeah, he's smooth, man. And this is a guy who hasn't had a touchdown yet, but he's already putting up 23 fantasy points just off targets and volume, and he's averaging roughly 15 points or 15 yards a catch. So, yeah, man, he's solid, man. I'm excited, on the Chris Olave. And I was talking to you about this earlier, man. I was like, man, I got to stick to my process, man. I had him graded higher than Treylon. I got to stick with these guys instead of rushing to open opportunities. So, yeah, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. That's a good transition, man. Let's talk about Garrett Wilson.
Mr. Garrett Wilson. One of those Ohio State wide receivers also, right after Chris. Man, he's a baller, bro. You seen his route run. You seen the game-winning touchdown last week. He's good, bro. What else can you really say? His route running is crazy.
Right.
So that's important, man. And quick on his feet, and he's just confident, bro. So you love receivers like that.
All right, I agree, man. Echo. Let's move on to Jahan Dotson, wide receiver for the Commanders.
He's a necessary guy to me. I think he has real strong hands. He just he knows how to make plays on the ball. That's why I give him his props. He's not the biggest of receivers. He's actually kind of slight for his size. But, you know, when a guy just goes out there and is playing ball, he can't do nothing about that. Same way we talked about Devonta. Like, he just goes out there and he makes plays. And especially in the end zone, bro, he can show up.
Yeah, he turns up in the red zone.
That's fire, bro. So a guy that can go show up like that, you love to see that.
Yeah. And right now, just given the situation, they paid Terry to be the guy, but Curtis Samuel is actually the guy based on the offensive system, and Jahan's the number 3 that can find the end zone. So, you know, there's going to be some ups and downs. So, solid wide receiver, but he's just buried behind all these other weapons.
Facts. Big facts.
All right, next guy.
It's a lot of them, man.
Did we talk about Treylon Burks?
Nope.
Let's talk about Treylon.
You mentioned it, but you mentioned him in passing. But
all right, let's move on to Treylon then. Tennessee Titans. We've seen flashes.
Talk about your guy.
The guy I moved up my board. But going back to the Buffalo game, it was good to see them get him going early with that catch, just to, you know, first drive, first play, just to establish, you know, his presence. So I like to see things like that. I do think it's going to take Malik Willis to really open them up.
Facts. I agree with all of that, man. The more, and his snap count is finally going up, so we should. You know, he's a buy low. If you can go get him right now before he finally has his blow up game, I will go do that. I like him. I think he's going to have to be an integral part of that offense soon.
All right, let's talk about the guy that makes a crazy catch every week, man. And that little NBA young boy meme with the NFL young boy, man. George Pickens, man. Let's talk about it. He makes a crazy catch every week.
He's a guy that you wait a little bit longer for the hype to die back down. I don't know if it's going to die down if he keep making these catches. Everybody loved him going into it. But realistically, Deontay's still there. Claypool's still there. Naji catches passes.
Pat.
It's all from Mitchell Trubisky. So you have to, like, just be patient with this guy. He's going to be a stud receiver in the NFL. It's just depends on when. So if you can find an impatient manager that doesn't feel like waiting that out, go get you some George Pickens, bro. He's good.
All right, guy that's rising, Romeo Doubs, Green Bay Packers.
Mr. Necessary, bro. Look at the veterans they have, bro. Even Alan Lazard, who's supposed to be the guy, he's never been the guy in his whole career. Sammy Watkins is always hurt. He's already hurt again. And then Randall Cobb made a 40-yard pass, and all I was thinking was, man, that old motherfucker still out there playing. He's going to be necessary. I know they took Christian Watson, but he's been banged up all preseason. He was banged up. Got banged up again in the game. It's like he might be able to actually go out there and show his reliability gameplay. And if he does, I think he'll build that trust with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers will vouch for him to play more. He's talented. He's quick. He's on the taller side. I like him, bro.
Yeah, like 6'2", 200 or 210, but definitely saw Aaron Rodgers forcing an issue with him against the Bucs. So he's like, look, I need a guy, and you're going to be the guy because –
and caught all of them.
Yeah, man, he's doing his thing. All right, let's talk about Christian Watson, a guy who they gave a chance to, and ever since that drop 70-yard bomb, bro, he's kind of been in the doghouse.
I was not a big fan of him coming out. I feel like it was one of those things where they knew they needed a receiver, so they just took the one that they thought had some kind of upside in that.
Who,
moment.
George Pickens? Oh, because they could have took George Pickens.
Yeah, they could have took George Pickens, but they ended up with Christian Watson, which is weird.
All right, man. Let's talk about Jamison Williams. I know he's out on IR right now for the Detroit Lions. Is he a good buy low? Even though we don't know what we're going to see.
Yeah, bro. I look, the only thing I can base off of is I think he would have been the number one receiver taken off the board if he was healthy all last year.
I agree, man. And when he comes back, definitely going to take away from DJ Shark.
And you see the offense clicking. You want in on that, bro.
Right.
You want in on that offense. I know that, bro, we're vouching for the Detroit Lions offense. That's what's nuts.
It's crazy because even with guys like Swift in and out the lineup, Hockenson in and out the lineup, Jamison, he's going to do his thing. Screens, catch and run, or down the field, stretch the field. All right, a couple more guys, and we'll get out of here on the rookie wide receivers. So let's talk about Alec Pierce, wide receiver for the Colts.
I just threw him in there just because we don't have a lot of weapons. That's the guy they handpicked. They put the draft capital on him. So I think he'll have a decent leash on him. You know, I know he's banged up right now, but when he come back, I think he'll be thrown right back into the starting role because we don't have anybody to compete.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any number 2 wide receiver option for the Colts. And the only reason why Alec Pierce is here, we went to check out Desmond Ridder and for his pro day, and he was throwing the Alec Pierce. So that's how that went down. All right, so Sky Moore, wide receiver for the Chiefs.
I don't want any receiving option not named Travis Kelce going forward.
Yeah, man. Too many dart throws, man.
Yeah, until they get a guy that demands the respect and targets like Tyreek did, I don't want none of them. They'll all just be getting little participation points every week.
McCole 2.0, man. All right, last guy, Naptown, David Bell, man, for the Cleveland Browns.
That's your guy, man. Speak on.
All right. He, definitely has some room to grow from an NFL perspective. Not really creating much separation, but he'll catch the ball. So to me, I think he'll just be a good possession guy. But definitely want to see him, take a step in terms of like separation and create more yardage after the catch.
Facts. I think he's good. I think he will be more appreciated when Deshaun comes back. A guy that can watch somebody making a good route and can predict where he's going to be. Like,
the ball will be there when
he
you show up.
that. And he's going to be a solid number 2. I think you have Amari on the other side, and you got Njoku. That takes away a lot of the attention. So I think you just gotta be patient with David Bell. He's not no 4.3 speedster or nothing. He's just
4.7 guy.
Just gonna be a good receiver, man. He just has to, and then that system doesn't operate a bunch of pass catchers anyway. So you just gotta be patient. If you like him, you can go get him. He won't cost anything. I wouldn't try to trade him for nothing. Just keep him just for the upside because he is a talented guy.
All right, man. Let's jump up to these sophomore wide receivers. Jamar Chase, man, he's a stud, but he's currently the wide receiver 14, so he's off to a slow start, man. Do you think we can go get some Jamar Chase on the low?
I doubt it. You gotta take those punches on the chin, bro. Burrow started off shaky, and they're going to have those weeks where I think it's going to be more hot and cold for a Higgins week, and then a Jamar week, and then a Jamar week, and then it might be a Tyler Boyd's going to have 2 weeks this year where he leads all of them. So he already had one. There's one more coming soon.
Yeah, and Jamar Chase has expressed some frustration with the offense. He likes to see the coaches move them around a little bit more because right now they're just going and lining up in 3 wide receiver sets, no motion, no, you got to move the guys around at the end of the day. So
be creative. Hey, defense, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
Every single time.
From what you saw 2 weeks ago. So, yeah definitely want to open it up more, but he's still a stud, man. You got to run him, baller. Facts. All right, Devonta Smith, man, currently wide receiver 18. Slow start. This is my guy, man, and I know I mentioned him being a slap in terms of, look, he's going to be out the picture because it's going to be the A.J. Brown show, but I got to retract that statement, man. We're 3 games in. Jalen Hurts is starting to, bring the offense together. We're seeing him basically get everyone involved. So I like what I'm seeing with Devonta Smith. He's forcing issue to him, especially in the red zone. We know AJ's there, but love what I'm seeing with Devonta Smith.
And I will support my brother because he never knocked Devonta Smith's talent or size like some of y'all. All he said was, hey, off of what I've seen from this offense, they're not going to throw the ball a lot, and Jalen Hurts is not going to say bullshit. They came in and said, nah, we just going to let Jalen Hurts fling the ball all over the field. Nobody could have predicted that but them, the organization. So, yeah, bro.
We got to talk Mr. Jalen Waddle, man. Miami Dolphins. Look, especially in redraft, if you took the value, people jumped on Tyreek. Jalen Waddle's doing his thing, bro.
And Tua makes you scared. The new system coming in can make you scared. Them bringing in Tyreek, demanding so many targets can make you scared. We just need to just start trusting the talent, bro.
That's it.
100, the most catches for a rookie. We need to just trust that, bro.
And he had 140 targets last year.
Yeah, sometimes we just got to trust that. There's a big sign that said, hey, I get points, and we were still nervous about it.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, Waddle is currently the wide receiver 4, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver 5. So, hell of a 1-2 piece down there in Miami. Hell of a 1-2 piece. All right, man, let's go to my guy, Ravens, Rashad Bateman, man. So, right now, wide receiver 30. We're seeing Lamar stretch the field with him. He has his shots. He's going to get at least 2 shots a game downfield, and he's also going to get some red zone looks. So, 2 TDs on the season. But we're not really seeing a big production like we expected, but I'm still on the Rashad Bateman train.
Yeah, he's super talented. That offense, nothing's guaranteed, but Lamar balling out, running the ball if you need to. And then Mark Andrews doing what he do. But I do like that they give Bateman these deep shots. And for some reason, I trust that more times than not, they're going to hit on that deep play. So, if you thin at your depth, bro, I think Bateman, you throw him at your flex, bro, you liable to hit on 30 points.
Yeah.
On 4 catches for no reason.
Let's go back to Detroit, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver 3. Hot start, fast start, man. And he's a slot guy. He's not an explosive guy, but he's gonna make the necessary catches and make the tough catches in the red zone over, in the middle over the traffic. So he's balling. He's doing his thing.
Shout out to him in that system. And Jared Goff been clicking since last year, and you just can't do nothing with him, bro. When he get in that slot, you cannot do nothing with him, bro. He's always been a hell of a route runner, though. He's been nice as hell. Remember you called him Robert Woods coming out?
2.0.
Yeah, bro. And Robert Woods did not get appreciated his first few years. And then he just start having a quarterback that appreciate him. I think that's all it was.
Perfect marriage. And he ended up with Goff. All right, man. Elijah Moore, sophomore for the New York Jets.
Unstable offense, too many weapons. I love the talent of like the Garrett Wilsons and shit, but I do think you're gonna have just up and down games from everybody until they get some kind of consistency with the quarterback play. So I love them. I'm not going to go buy them anymore, but unless you can buy low, but I'm not selling them either. Because people might just try to play you on, well, it's Garrett Wilson's offense now, but I still think that they'll probably finish closer than further away from each other by end of the season in fantasy points.
Yeah, I don't have too much Elijah Moore, and I'm okay with that, but they do try to give him the target. So he's a guy that sees 7 to 10 targets, but you got to look at the quarterbacks that's throwing them targets, so you're going to waste three or four of those.
Facts. Them is
yeah.
duds.
Yeah, man. All right, 3 more guys. Kadarius Toney, man. Do the New York Giants hate Kadarius or what? What's going on?
They hate Kadarius. I don't know why. Maybe because he's banged up. Maybe they feel like he's faking the injuries.
They also hate blocking.
Facts. But nah, man. But I will say this. The stance he took on, do they need to get you involved? Are you frustrated? He said, why am I frustrated? We won. That kind of makes me feel like he's a better teammate. So I don't know. I don't know if it's an attitude. I don't know what it is. I don't think they like him on top of him always being banged up with something. It's never the same injury either.
Yeah, dealing with a hamstring right now, so he's out the lineup. But I can live with not having any Kadarius Toney. Really, any number one weapon out of New York that's not named Saquon, I'm cool. All right, Rondale Moore, man. I know he's out for the Arizona Cardinals, but I will say this: Greg Dortch. He's playing at Rondale Moore right now, so I am excited for Rondale to come back. And I know Hopkins is out too, but how do you feel about Rondale?
I like Rondale. I only like Rondale because of the offense he's in. They're going to actually try to keep him involved. What I don't like is he's automatically the fourth receiving option, in my opinion, as soon as Hopkins come back. So the fact that he didn't get to start none of this year and get no chemistry with the offense kind of feels like a setback even more. So if he's going to be coming back around the same time Hopkins is coming back, then can you really do anything with Rondale? I don't think he's ever going to be no number one receiver or anything, no top 12 dynasty receiver, maybe top 24 if something hits right. But if you can sell off name value, I think I would, bro.
Damn, somebody just sent me a haul, man. Before we get into this trade, I just got sent in the 2.0. Let's talk about Josh Palmer, wide receiver for the Chargers.
That's my guy too.
Yeah, I would have
both like Palmer.
I would have liked to see more out of him with Keenan being out the lineup, but maybe he needs Keenan and Mike Williams on the field to really flourish more.
I think, especially this past game, nobody really looked good this past game, but this DeAndre Carter thing happened out of nowhere, and they actually have a talented tight end too. I think Justin Herbert was playing with bum tight ends up until this year with Jared Everett, like actually somebody that can take away some targets and be a good weapon. So that might have took away from what the upside would be with Josh Palmer being the third guy out there. But we'll see. Like you said, maybe he plays better with Keenan out there. So we'll see in a couple weeks.
All right. I know we just ran through a bunch of guys, rookies and sophomores. You had to pick your squad. You going to rock with the sophomores right now, or you rocking with the rookies? Which way you lean? I know you weren't ready for that.
I'm ready because I'm going with the sophomores.
I'm rocking with DJ Avo. I'm rocking with the sophomores
they
too.
got Jalen Waddle on them, so I'm liking that.
Chase, Smith, Trevor.
They got the best running back. Sophomores do. They got the top receiver. They got the top tight end
and QB.
And the only quarterbacks are starting are on the sophomore side. So you got to go sophomore.
But rookies do have, some promising players.
Bro. Yeah, like
they coming. They on their way. Now, I just want to read y'all this trade real quick. 2.0. All right, somebody sent me DJ Shark.
And the beat gonna drop.
Kyler Murray, Jordan Love, Malik Willis, Velus Jones. They're 23 first, second, and third. All for Higbee, Josh Allen, and Chris Olave. So let's cut through the fluff. Higbee, Allen, and Olave for Murray, Willis, first, second, and third.
Let me see again.
Higbee, Olave, Josh Allen for Kyler Murray, Malik Willis, first, second, and the third. That's what it comes down to because Sharks are throwaway, Belize Jones is a throwaway. I don't even know who else is on there. That's a team where I got Allen right now, Watson, and I got Waddle on that squad, and I also got Olave. I got to sit, man. I got Josh Allen, I got Waddle, and I got Olave. See, a situation like this, I don't want to bank on picks and draft another Waddle. What are the chances of that? Draft another Olave.
Kyler Murray and a first.
Doesn't get it done for me for Josh Allen.
Yeah, and then everything else doesn't get
Malik Willis for Olave.
So
yeah, that's a decline.
That shit, bro.
That's how you cut through the fluff, man. But I mean, not bad, but
it's really bad when you look at it.
But yeah, man, it's decline. But all good. I'm not mad at the shot. I'll say that. Not mad at the shot.
I'm about to send Vic a shot in the 2.0.
All right, bros. Let's get into this closing, man.
All right, let's get to the closing. This is where we come to our platform to say something good, something bad, bring light to something going on, a business, a person out here helping their community, man, just showing awareness to, you know, the things that are going bad out here, or awareness to the things that we need to do better at, man. That's what we come here for the closing, man. And I like to call it to say something good to the people. And yeah, man. So we do that to show that we're not just a fantasy football podcast. I want to show y'all that we're a real life podcast. We're humans. I have feelings. I have emotions past fantasy football, and there are really not just messed up things. There's good things going on, man. So we got to make sure that we enlighten everybody with that. So, yeah, man. To say something good to the people. Where y'all want to start at?
DJ Avo.
I got you. So check this out, right? As y'all know, I've been getting way outside of my comfort zone. Normally, I'm super introverted. I don't like to do nothing. But this year, it's been all about growing. It's been about change. That's why I got to make it last right now. I'm hoping that everything lasts. I think we had a great weekend this weekend. That was all of one of my random ideas just for something else to go scout. And I saw what it turned into, and I was like, yo, this is amazing. So I encourage everybody, keep getting outside of your comfort zone. Keep doing things that are safe, but maybe a little bit uncomfortable for you. Something tells me to just work out for you. Listen to that little quiet voice in your head telling you to do them little things. Go hang out with your people. Go spend time when you can, man. It's a good time, I promise.
Big facts. Let me go. Pray for your family. Go visit your family. You never know when it's somebody's last breath. So just make sure that you go love on your loved ones. That's important. And second thing is, this week I started a 21-day fast, me and my girl. And somebody at work was like, man, you don't need to lose no more weight. You're going to start looking skinny. I'm like, fast ain't all about I don't even want to lose no more weight. I'll get that back after the fast is up. But it's all about strengthening up your mental, man, because the whole first day, the hunger pains and my body adjusting to not eating, I felt like I had a bad headache and I was just all over the place. But today was lovely. So strengthen up your physical, strengthen up your mental. And the biggest part about the fast is I'm doing my exercises right after work. I'm waking up doing a 10-minute meditation every morning, and I'm doing breathing exercises before I go to sleep every night. You got to add. You can't just take away. You have to add also when you do things like this. So this is just me trying to make sure that I'm getting stronger and I'm staying on point as Dynasty Bro Style. All right, Vic, you wrap us up, bro.
All right, I'm gonna say, don't be afraid to speak up, whether you're in a group, at work, relationships, friends, family, something's on your mind, on your heart. Just speak up. Know where to draw the lines. Don't let people put responsibilities on your plate. That should be really their job. I had to deal with something like that at work today. I was like, I don't mind doing this, but let's keep in mind. And also, you know, my frat situation, just lines trying to get a little blurred. Like, hey, here's you know, protocol and processes. Let's stick to that. So it's good to always speak up, man, because if you don't, things can get messy, and then you end up having to clean up a mess later on down the road, which could be an audit. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, just make sure you know when to speak up, man. And I want to end on a high note. I had a good time this weekend with my brothers. I'm glad we got to do that. Got to hang with family. Yeah, definitely make effort, man. Go out the way to carve out time for your family. Even as simple as watching football at your house or wherever. Don't matter.
Big facts. Big facts. All right, man. That is it. Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. Thank you for listening. We love y'all for loving us. Hey, man, I'm glad you went to my guy Vic first. We get to ride out on that. Good luck going into your week 4. Make sure you pay attention to the 4-minute offense. Pick up those guys and get your dubs, Dynasty Bro Style. Avo, walk us out, brother.
Hey, man, catch us here next week and the week after that and the week after that because we back helping you dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. We the bros, Dynasty Bros.
Did you do this for another truck? All right, let it ride out.
I'm on money.
Money on me.
My mama.
Be a champion and what you plan for. Who he is, we the pros, #1 fan.